Welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be talking about the power of you. I've titled it part 2 because I've created a video on this, but I'm giving a different breakdown and a different format of the breakdown. It's called The Alchemist Within. So in part 1 we covered that you are the pure awareness that precedes everything. And in this part we're going to see how we can use the ability of alchemizing lower vibrational states of thinking and low vibrational frequencies into higher vibrational frequency. So, the alchemy of vibration, moving into your natural state. You have an innate ability to transform, transmute, and transfer energy. You can shift frequencies and reorient your life by aligning with your natural rhythm. In part 1, we explored the foundation. You are not your thoughts, emotions, or conditioned beliefs. You are that which precedes them all. The silent, ever present awareness observing everything arise and fall. From this awareness, a powerful truth emerges. Because you are not your thoughts, you alchemize them. You can choose not to identify with lower frequencies and instead move into your natural high vibrational state. These things are not about conjuring up things that don't exist or believing in things that don't exist. It's about moving into what is most natural, what is your natural rhythm, your natural frequency, and your natural high vibrational state. In your natural state, you are high vibrational. For a long time, I was also stuck in this thing of in these low vibrational states, lower frequencies of thinking. And what happened was that I didn't realize what it's like to actually be normal. It's like being dosed up on caffeine and not knowing what it's like to just be your normal self or just be, without any stimulants. So lower vibrations in a way is kind of a stimulant. So the next part we're going to talk about is your power is the awareness. So with awareness, we can then alchemize these low vibrational states into higher vibrational natural ways and states of living. So your power is not in controlling thoughts, it is in becoming aware of them. When you observe a thought, instead of attaching to it, you create space. That space is where transformation begins. Thoughts carry emotional energy. Emotion is energy in motion, and that either rise from your truth, which is peace, love, joy, bliss, and fulfillment, or from pain, which is limitation, fear, separation. If a thought feels heavy or contracting, it is simply out of alignment with your natural state. That is not a flaw, it is a signal to change direction, and you can change direction because awareness gives you choice. That is your gift, that is your power. So let's move on to recognizing lower vibrational thinking. These thoughts are often rooted in past conditioning and fear. They sound like the following: I'm not good enough. I can't do that. I'm just unlucky. Life is unfair and hard. So, these are what these kinds of thoughts sound like. So, when a lower vibrational thought comes up, like, I'm not good enough, I can't do that, I'm just unlucky, they do not reflect the truth of who you are. They reflect a temporary state of identification with the old self. We are moving from an old way of thinking, we're moving from the old self, we're moving away from that version of us. um, we are moving away from these lower frequencies which are not actually anything to do with who we are or how we see life or how we want to operate within our life. So let's move on to your natural frequency is always available. As I mentioned before, because it's natural, because it's your natural rhythm, your natural frequency, your high vibrational natural state, it's always available. Your natural state is already whole, peaceful, and powerful. You don't need to find it, you just return to it. This is what it feels like. It feels like ease and presence, joy and gratitude, feeling centered and grounded in the now, trusting that life is happening for you and not against you. This isn't something you achieve, it's something you allow when you stop resisting what's already within. As I mentioned, ease and presence, joy and gratitude, peace, bliss, fulfillment. These are all things that are your natural state. We're not finding anything, we're not putting anything additional. There's no additives. This is organic. So, how do we move into our natural state, our natural high vibrational state effortlessly? Because it's actually an effortless process. There's actually nothing to do, there's actually nothing that you should do. But to return to your high vibrational frequency, drop the effort of trying to fix everything. Start here. You can remind yourself, I'm not confined by what I see, hear, or experience. I have the innate ability to transcend anything that does not serve me. These lower vibrational thinking patterns, lower frequency thinking patterns and states, they do not serve you in any way. They don't add to your life. They don't change anything for you. They don't, make you more present. They make life easier. It doesn't. It doesn't even make you feel good. So when you say this thing, I am not confined by what I see or experience, you are detaching from everything that is giving the illusion that you are not your natural self. Because we have set up our own systems, our own paradigms, our own perspectives and opinions, and we have caged ourselves into a false a false illusion that life is happening. It's like always like it's always that life is some type of villain, and that you got the short end of the stick. That type of thinking doesn't get you anywhere. All it does is actually just bring more misery and more things that don't even serve you. So, every time you remember this, you shift from identification with thought to identification with awareness. That you are aware, that you have an awareness, that you can see, whoa, why am I thinking this? And your vibration rises naturally because it goes to where it's supposed to be. It goes to where it naturally actually is, but we have just put it down. So here's a grounded practice for reclaiming your natural frequency. Now, I've been doing this for many years now, since for like 5 years now. So for me, these things come up automatically. Sometimes I do slip into the stream of low vibrational thinking, but I always catch myself. So step one is observe without judgment, pause, breathe, notice the thoughts or feelings rising, then allow them to exit without resisting or labeling. And then you ask yourself, what am I aware of right now? When you have these low vibrational, low frequency thoughts, ask yourself, what am I aware of right now? Am I aware that I'm sinking into this pattern? This question shifts focus from the content of the mind to the consciousness behind it. So now you're shifting to the observer, the pure awareness, which we covered in part one of the power of you, is that we are now shifting into that. That is where we actually get into a position of power. Step two is to disidentify from the low vibrational thought. When a low frequency thought shows up, meet it with clarity. This is a thought, but it is not me. I am the one observing it. This instantly breaks identification and puts you back into the seat of power. Now we're taking back our power, power of you. Then step three is drop into the present moment. Shift attention to your breath, heart space, or stillness within. You naturally have this. Feel what's already here when you're not distracted by thoughts. This presence is where your natural vibration lives, your natural high vibration lives. Even a few minutes of this can realign your internal state. So, just these three steps. So, you go from observing, what arises, and then you ask yourself, what am I aware of right now? You disidentify with a thought and put yourself back into the position of power by seeing that, well, I'm actually observing this thought. I am the observer. This thought is just actually a passing. This thought, the emotion is actually just passing, and then you drop into the present moment. So, present moment is unlocked through the stillness, through connecting with your center, and becoming a centered awareness of everything that's happening at that specific moment of the overwhelming emotion or the negative low vibrational thought. So, all in all, you were never meant to fight your thoughts, you were meant to recognize them and use them as a gateway back to yourself. Thought comes up, emotion comes up, it trips you. Uh, you realize, oh, wait, I'm the awareness, I'm back into my power, I'm back into observing everything that's going on. So you're just kind of viewing like you see things so you can perceive your thoughts and emotions that just pass by. Awareness is your power. From awareness comes choice, and from choice comes effortless transformation. Your natural frequency is always available. You only need to remember. This is the power of you. This was part two, The Alchemist Within. I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you have any questions, please let me know down below, and have an epic day. Also, if you are interested, down below, join my newsletter. I'm going to be launching that very soon. And you can also check out any extra links down below in the description of this video. Anyways, take care, peace out, and remember, you are the alchemist.